Hello everyone. It's currently 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. I wasn't aware this time existed, to be honest, being on permanent lates, but there we go. I'm just leaving my house now. I'm on my way down to Bath and West Steam Railway down near Shepton Mallet for the GL5 event. It'll be the first time I've done a proper GL5 event as a member, so it'll be interesting to go down there. I've got the Met Loco and my two Suburbans in the back and see how we get on. It'll be nice to sort of get to know everyone and kind of see what the vibe's about, and hopefully get a load of pictures and videos to share with you all. So stay tuned and we'll see what I can get filmed. So as you can see, I eventually made it to Bath and West Showground where the railway is, and I've got my Met Loco and my two Suburban coaches, and we're just going for a lap. It's a nice track actually, it's very long. It goes around the lake at the bottom end, which is quite smart. There's 3 different yards and there's plenty of scope for shunting and different operations. So I'm quite impressed with it. So today is the Friday of the event, and that's just more of an open running day, whereas tomorrow and Sunday are the proper GL5 days where they'll have timetabled running and they'll have specific sort of movements and things that you need to do. So they basically give everyone certain jobs, which keeps it interesting and stops everyone just going round and round in circles and getting bored. It means that you've got to have certain wagons in certain places and certain locos out at certain times. It just keeps it varied. So we'll have to see how we get on with that tomorrow. I have got 2 turns to do. I think it's about an hour each of running. The first one, I've got to pull some coaches around. I think it's a set of 4 coaches. And then the second is a loose couple freight. So hopefully we get on all right with that, and the Loco copes well. I'll have to try and find some way of putting it on charge tonight. But yeah, it's really good fun. I'll just jump off quick. We've got a tunnel here, so you won't be able to hear me. But I just want to quickly show you that the little destination boards. Just want to say a quick thank you to Alan, because he helped me do these little destination plates. Got Bath and West, and we've got GL5 rail tour. And then underground Eric on this end for a bit of fun. I've got to say, I love this tunnel, and you can see how well the lamps work on the Loco. It comes alive. But yeah, it's great fun, this track. It's about a half-mile run, I think, apparently. One thing I will say though, Jesus, it's cold. I'm in shorts and it's about 6 o'clock in the evening. It's very windy and overcast, so the struggle is real. Hence I look like a bit of a yob.
Only once.
So that's the end of day one at Bath and West done. Back at the hotel now, and then gonna go out for some food with Brent before tomorrow. So initial thoughts, the track is very nice. I do kind of wish there was more of this sort of stuff dotted around local to me. Would be nice, but it is what it is. It's a very long run. The loco seems to cope fine with it, so hopefully when it's got a couple of coaches on the back tomorrow, I think I've got to take 4 coaches and then something else on the back. Fingers crossed it'll cope fine. It's a bit light on its feet, so we'll just have to go a bit steady when accelerating or whatever. It could do a bit of lead in it, but we can always sort that another time. It'd be nice to have a steam engine here because it's a great run, as I say. But yeah, generally very pleased. The people seem nice, those of which have come and said hello to me. There's a couple of people that knew of me already, so that's good. John Gay's here as well, who I speak to frequently. There's, yeah, a couple of people here that I already know. But yeah, generally the general vibe is people just enjoying themselves. So fingers crossed tomorrow when it's a bit more sort of organised and timetabled, it's the same kind of feeling, just obviously a bit more professional, I'm guessing it's going to be. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, so I'm going to go out for dinner now and then get some sleep, obviously. And then we'll join you again in the morning back at the showground. So you'll have to forgive me, due to the massive wind noise, I've had to voice over all this. So just to give you a quick look around the site, this is their main station area. You can see the platform loop on the left under the canopy. They've got a through siding on the right hand side where the coaches are parked and the siphon on the back. These are the ones that I took round in my first running turn. You've got a turntable in the centre with some steaming bays around it. And then you can see their engine shed in the back with their sort of office area. And to access that, you basically come in the loop, you go over, you see where I'm pointing. There's a traverser there that goes through 90 degrees. And then there's another traverser in front of that which selects which road in the shed you want. So it's quite a clever setup. There's plenty of sidings as well that you can leave stock in, leave locos, or if you want to have a break, you can sort of park up. You can also see there's a lovely signal box in your view as well. Unfortunately, it was closed on this running day, but it's very nice to see. The only issue with it is when you're looking at coming in the station area, it does sort of restrict the view, so you can't really see what's going on. But it's something that you can work around just by having someone operate the station, basically. But yeah, it was a really nice setup, and it goes around the back of the engine sheds and then basically back on itself in a teardrop shape. And then you go out over the level crossing that you could just see in the background, and then it fans out to the main running lines. So looking back from the other side of the level crossing then, you can see where the main lines branch off from one another. So in the normal direction of travel, you'll come across the bridge next to the upper yard, which is on the left there with the signal box in the centre. Again, it's nice to see another building, just adds to the scenic interest. You go all the way down and back again up this long straight where you can get a good bit of speed up. And at the end of this straight, once again, obviously, you come to the level crossing where you'll basically wait for instructions off the person running the station. Here is that little signal box for the upper yard then. It's a really nice little building, and it just sort of separates the yard off from the main line quite nicely. You can see here that the yard was nice and full up. It did get even more full than this throughout the day, but it was a great thing to watch operationally. The guys that were working in there did a great job all weekend of keeping trains coming in and out successfully and heading off down the main line on their travels. You can see we've got this lovely scissor crossover and a single slip here, which makes shunting a bit interesting. And you can really get some fun sort of movements going on with the head shunt on the left. So to get down out of the yard, you then run alongside the main line through a passing loop, and then you come out next to the lower yard, which will bring you out onto the main line. And you can see here the signal that brings you from the main line over into the passing loops. So you basically run across there, down into the loop, and then you can set back up into the upper yard. Or obviously if you're coming from the upper yard, you go through the loops and then you can come out further down back onto the main line again. But yeah, in front of this is the lower yard, so we'll go over to there and show you that now. So here's the entrance to the lower yard then. You can see the points here that bring you back out onto the main line from up the top. And it's only a small little yard, couple sidings, and you've got a turntable at the end. Just it allows you to do a run round on a freight or passenger train as you please. So from here on the main line, you can see that it goes around a lake. you've got a tunnel up the top end there, which is kind of difficult to see. You can just see sort of where I'm pointing, and then it comes back round in a dumbbell sort of shape and back up to the main station area on that big long straight that I showed you earlier. And that's basically a lap of the Bath & West Showground. So I've got my driving turns for today. So you can see I'm driving from 10:30 till 12 and then 12:30 till 2. The first one is a passenger turn, then freight. So I've got to go from the sort of steaming bay area to the upper yard, which is the yard next to the big bridge. Get my train from road 1, depart onto the main line, run round basically until 11:15, at which time I've got to sort of time it so that I arrive at the goods loop, and then I've got to have the pilot in the yard add something onto the back of my train. Then again, I've got to run round until I'm assuming 12 o'clock ish, and then at which point I will leave my train in the main station passing loop up the top end, and then go back into the steaming bays, and then sort of wait half hour, then go back to the upper yard again, get a freight from road 2 again onto the main line, run around. It's quite a long time to actually run about, to be fair, so we're going to be out for quite a while. And at the end of the turn into the goods loop, which is just beyond the yard, and then set back into the yard, and then again light engine back to the steaming bays. So it's a little bit varied, which obviously makes it more interesting. It means you're not just going around in circles with the same thing all day, so it sort of gives you that variety, which keeps it more fun. But we'll see how we get on with it. No doubt, knowing me, it won't go to plan, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. So hopefully you can hear me over the wind noise. We're now trundling around with the Met Loco, and we've got 6 coaches on the back and a Great Western siphon. So it's quite a load for this little thing. It's very light, so I'm surprised it pulls it. It's doing very well. It's testament to whoever built it, really. So we were meant to pick up the siphon later on. However, the yard had a slightly different plan to mine, so we've got the siphon on there already. But yeah, so 6 coaches and a siphon. I'm quite pleased with it. Look at that, it's brilliant. Oh, and of course, I have picked up Brent's riding truck so that I didn't sit on the coach, because later I'm putting a freight, so obviously I need something to sit on. You can't sit on a little tiny box van, especially someone my size. So, well, yeah, we've got 6 coaches and 2 wagons and a fat bloke. So the Loco, I'm very impressed. It's doing really well for itself. So you can see the setup a bit better here. We've got a little gap behind us, so I'll quickly jump off and just show you the setup. So yeah, Met Loco, riding truck, my 2 Suburbans, and then 4 Southern coaches, and then the siphon. Yeah, it's going very well, and I think it's getting quite some attention from the little destination boards, which is quite funny. But yeah, so we're going to keep trundling around till 12 o'clock, and then I get half an hour of break, and then we're back on some freight instead. So stay tuned. And off we go. It's lovely that they've got a couple bridges here over this little river. The track goes round the lake. It's very smart. The tunnel's a nice addition as well. The only thing you can do with is some more signalling. There are some signals up the top end, some of which are working, but then some aren't. For example, here there is actually a signal before the tunnel, and that's not lit, so they're just not using all of them today, which is a shame, but it doesn't really detract from the experience too much. Yeah, the tunnel's good fun. letting some theoretical passengers off. There's a light engine coming out, I'm assuming it's going over to the upper yard, and then this freight will probably follow, and then we'll likely be out after that. Pull in. 2 Suburbans and 4 Southern coaches, and then the cycle at the back. Beautiful model this. It's not my one, it's very much more detailed than mine. It's lovely. Let's go look at the freight, shall we? Lovely dynamometer car for a riding track there.
You're okay now. Okay? You're okay. If I've got it wrong, you'll end up on the
I really like the Great Western tank wagons, very smart. Enjoy, mate. So just come out the yard again. I'm on my second turn now, and I've got a whole rake of loose fitted wagons, loose coupled wagons, sorry. It's a nice little load for the Met, and yeah, it just means I'll have to go a bit easier over the point work because they are quite lightweight, and I don't want anything jumping off and snagging. At the end of the day, they're not mine, so I don't want to break anything. But yeah, on the back section of the track where there's no point work or anything, we can get a little bit more speed up, but then in the real world it'd probably only be a 45-mile-an-hour train anyhow, so you're not going to set the world alight. But yeah, I guess just more footage of me going around in circles. Enjoy. Here's the freight train I've got then. Quite a mixed variety, which is quite nice. I really like these Great Western wagons. They're probably my fave. There's another 3 further up. What's also nice are the Coleman's ones. Very bright. That was a nice way to end my driving turn, becoming a rescue engine for the steamer. So we're just going to go to the up yard, put this train in there, and then we'll come back light engine to the steaming bays and then put the loco away. That's us done. Now I'll get some footage of everyone else. So yeah, that was good fun. Nice way to end it. So I was going to bring my loco back light engine, but there's a young lad here who's been chatting away to me all day. He's only young, and he seems like he's completely in love with the thing. So I thought, why not let him do it? So he's rattling around down the bottom somewhere now. I'm going to go back up the top end to meet him when he turns up, and we'll see how he gets on. Here he comes. Loving life. As long as it puts a smile on someone's face, that's what it's all about. So I'm shooting off home now. I've had a good weekend. I'm looking forward to having Sunday at home though, to be fair. I think 2 days is enough for me. It's my first impressions of a full GL5 meeting are pretty good. The only thing I sort of noticed was there was a lot of running the first half of the day, and then it really tailed off. So it probably needs spreading out a little more. But other than that, it's been pretty decent. Right then, that's us loaded up. End of the day. Let's go home. So finally back at home then after a long old drive and what was a thoroughly enjoyable weekend, to be honest. I've got to say a massive thank you to those at GL5 for accepting my membership, making me feel welcome and getting me involved. And obviously to Bath and West Steam Railway and those who helped out there to make this event come together. Yeah, it was really enjoyable. My first impressions of the group are very good. I would say out of the 2 days that I did, I probably, if anything, preferred the Friday. But I think that's just down to me being a bit more sort of chilled out, relaxed, and wanting to kind of do my own thing and just run as and when. But the timetable sort of idea was good. However, there did seem to be quite a lot of trains running the first half of the day compared to towards the end. So maybe it could do being spread out a little more, or if anything, I might ask to run later next time, because I'd quite like to sort of get some nice running shots and photos and things done, and then maybe go out later when it's all sort of quieting down. But yeah, it's stuff to sort of think about for next time. But even so, thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great to give the loco a good old test, because it's the first proper sort of test run it's had. That's definitely by far the most coaches we've had behind it as well, and the most weight. And it handled it faultlessly. I couldn't believe it. It's definitely the best running loco that I've got, and I'm thoroughly pleased with it. One other thing I do need to mention, which I can only apologise about, is the severe wind noise. It's quite an open sort of area, being a showground, so unfortunately there's not a lot I can do about that. And although it sounded loud on the video, believe me, in person it was crazy sometimes. You couldn't hear what people were saying and all sorts. I've got a microphone with a dead cat on it for wind suppression, and even through that it still picks it up massively. So again, I can only say sorry about that. But yeah, all in all, really positive. I can't wait for the next event. I'm looking to try and do the next Gilling mainline rally, which is the 14th and 15th of May, I think. So hopefully I'll be there. I'll probably take the Met Bobo and hopefully get the London Transport Class 20 fixed for then as well. So take both of them, because I won't take any coaches this time. But yeah, so if you see me at that one, say hello and introduce yourself, and I'm sure we can have a chat and have a good laugh. But yeah, thank you for watching this probably very long-winded video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Follow GL5 on Facebook if you're into this sort of thing. You might even be inspired to become a member yourself and get involved. And also try and find out some more info on Bath and West Steam Railway. And it's definitely worth paying a visit. But from me, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, and take care. Bye.